Hello everyone. Today I have a review of The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. So The Red Pyramid is the first book in the Kane Chronicles, which I think is 3 books long, and I don't know if it's going to be more, but it's at least a trilogy, and tells the story of Carter and Sadie Kane, who are essentially middle school aged, as most Rick Riordan books are targeted at the middle school grade level. Their mother dies kind of before the book actually starts, and Carter traveled the world with his father, who's an archaeologist / Egyptologist, and his sister Sadie lives in London with her grandparents. And while visiting Sadie, their father accidentally releases 5 Egyptian gods into the world, and then in the process also traps himself, like kind of in the underworld sort of situation. And so Carter and Sadie have to essentially try to save their father as well as the world. The book is it reminds you of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, certainly. It's kind of a different sort of take. One, of course, being that it's Egyptian gods instead of Greek gods, and I personally like that a lot better. I think I'm more interested in Egypt, I guess, compared to Greek gods. Not that they're both not interesting, but I think Egyptian gods are more fun, and I thought that was a more interesting kind of thing. What else that I liked about this is the style that the book is told in. So Percy Jackson is just sort of like a traditional first-person point of view kind of thing, but this book does this interesting thing where the book is a person, like the author, writing the transcript of a recording that the Kane siblings left. And so kind of you get to do some cool things where sometimes Sadie will like interrupt Carter in the middle of the thing. It also sort of makes more sense of like why they're doing like point of view switching and stuff like that. And sometimes there's like, they'll be like static or muffled or can't read. So I thought that was kind of interesting, a way to tell the story and sort of make it a little more interactive, I guess. If you've ever read the Pendragon series by, I believe, DJ McHale, hopefully I got that one right, they do a similar sort of thing where the main character is like writing journals to his friends, and so his friends read the journals, and so the chapters kind of alternate between being the friends doing stuff and the journals telling you things. So it's kind of a similar way of that. And I also like a lot, which is also true for Percy Jackson, but one of the things I liked about in this one in particular, at least I felt it more, is that the gods really aren't benevolent at all. They're very just like, whatever, puny human, I don't care. And I think that was kind of realistic of how gods probably would really be, because they're just these all-powerful beings, and humans are such like, you know, they're like flies. Our lifespans are like flies to them. So I thought that was kind of interesting that they made the gods a little more, you know, angry. I had a lot of problems that I also sort of had with Percy Jackson. It's a really formulaic book, which I think really shouldn't be that surprising considering it's a middle school kind of age level book, and I just feel like all of those books are kind of formulaic, but it was sort of frustrating to just be like, okay, everyone got their objective. Now they're going to the objective. Oh no, the evil guys got there before them. Big fight. They almost totally don't make it, but somehow through some magical power or special thing, they totally survive, and now they have another objective, and then it kind of just continues in that pattern, and that was a little uninteresting. I think that this book, similarly to Percy Jackson, is predictable in certain places. It was a little less predictable than Percy Jackson. I mean, it took them whatever, like 100 pages to be like, Percy Jackson is Poseidon's son, despite the fact that, I guess that's a spoiler, I don't know, despite the fact that they spend the entire book being like, Percy is very comfortable with water, Percy can control water, Percy can do this with water and loves water, and it's like, what are you doing, guys? Like, come on. Then I also felt like this book was a little longer than it needed to be. I think there was a section they probably could have cut out, and I would have been fine with it. And, you know, I would have survived, and they could have gotten to the end battle a little faster, and I probably would have liked it a little more. So I gave The Red Pyramid a 3 out of 5 on Goodreads. I think it's fun. I think it's, for me personally, it was a little more interesting than Percy Jackson. It was a little better written than Percy Jackson. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this series on BookTube that much. I think they talk mostly about the Heroes of Olympus and the Percy Jackson series. And so I'm hoping more people will check this one out. If you like those books, I'm sure you're going to like this one. It's very similar. So, yeah. If you've read The Red Pyramid or any of the other books in the Kane Chronicles, I'd love to hear what you think. If you haven't, I'd love to hear your comparisons or what you like about Percy Jackson or what you like about these kinds of books. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you're all doing super great. And I'll see you again soon with another video. Thanks! Bye!